The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good morning, everyone. Scott Earhart here with Insurance Agency Marketing Services. I do want to thank you all so very much for taking time out of your busy day to join us. I think you're going to find the information we give today very timely and very valuable. Today we will be going through Social Security claiming. Dave Pimper, one of our national sales coaches and top advisors, will join us shortly to go into how he uses Social Security to position to new prospects. Very, very strong presentation here. So we're really excited. Dave, again, will be on the call with us here very, very shortly. That being said, before I do hand it over to Dave and get into the meat and potatoes of the presentation today, I do want to go through a few housekeeping items and then a few introductory slides. First housekeeping item I want to hit on is probably the most important thing you'll hear me say today, and that's our phone number here at IAMS. Our number is 800-255-5055. If there is anything that we can be doing to help you in the life or annuity or wealth management arenas, please do not hesitate to give us a call. We'd absolutely love the opportunity to be chatting with you. Second housekeeping item that I will go through today are going to be polling questions. Throughout the presentation today, I will launch 2 or 3 polling questions. They are just simple yes or no questions, really help us to understand what it is you're looking for out of a relationship with an IMO and how we can best be helping you and earning a partnership with you. So please do take the time to participate in those. And then final housekeeping items are questions. We want this to be very, very interactive, and Dave is an absolute wealth of knowledge. So certainly, please, if you have any questions whatsoever, there is a questions box on your screen. Type them in. We will do the best we can to get those answered towards the end of the presentation. We'll do a live Q&A session. Dave will be as transparent as he can and answer anything here while we're in session that he can. And if he can't get it answered for you, we will get you that answer via follow-up. So that being said, get into a few introductory slides here, and then we'll get into the presentation with Dave. So IAMS Business Builders, definitely want to talk about this. We've got a couple of great programs out there, and we'll start with our referred producer program. Our business here on the wholesale side of the industry is very, very similar to yours in the field, in that one of the best leads we are ever going to receive is a referral from one of our valued clients, or you, our valued producer. So we want to make it worth your while to refer other advisors over to us. When you refer a producer over to us and they pick up any license through IAMS, we're going to send you a $50 check as just a thank you for that referral. Now, where the real business or where the real money comes in is as your referral writes business. We're going to give you a 20 basis point override on the business that they write. So as you can see in that example there, you refer 3 producers that write $1 million each a year. That's $6 grand for you in that year. So it can be very, very lucrative. I do want to go into a couple of things that make this program really, really unique. That 20 basis point override comes out of the IAMS end. That will not affect your referred producer's commission whatsoever. It will not affect yours whatsoever. It's just a thank you for making that introduction for us. The other thing I want to point out is when we do a referred producer scenario, we are not setting up a hierarchy. So why that's important to you is that, let's say your referred producer has some business go south, and we enter into a chargeback scenario, you're never going to get hit with that chargeback. We'll handle that internally here at IAMS. So great way for you to earn an override without taking on a lot of the liability of a hierarchy setup. If there are any individuals that you can think of that may benefit from doing business with us here at IAMS, please take the time to type their name into the questions box. You can email their information over to me at scott@iamsinc.com. Or when we call to follow up, just let us know who they are. So we'd certainly appreciate any referrals you have, and we'll do the best we can to get them recruited over here at IAMS and get you on your way to earning some referred producer dollars. Next program that we offer is marketing reimbursement. This is one of my favorite programs in the entire industry. Rough numbers on this, for every 100,000 in premium that you write, we put $100 into your marketing reimbursement account. Now, what makes us stand out and unique in the industry is we truly do consider that your money. So we're not going to tell you that you have to roll that out annually or quarterly, anything like that. We're not going to put a cap on how much you can build up in your marketing reimbursement account. We're also not going to tell you what vendors you have to use. It is your money. You use it as you see fit. Let's say 6 months down the road, you want to do some type of advertising campaign and you know someone you trust and have used in the past, you go right back to them, purchase that advertising campaign, send us a receipt. We'll get you out a check, hopefully cut it that same day to help you offset that cost. So if you'd like to know more details on the marketing reimbursement program, let me know. Or if you'd like to know how much you currently have in your account, just type it in the questions box, or again, shoot me an email and we'll get that calculated for you, get you that information. New producer builders. So this slide is going to be for all advisors who are new to us, or if this is your first introduction to us here at IAMS, this would apply to you. This is all based on business written within your first 180 days of being licensed with Insurance Agency Marketing Services. As you can see, we have 3 great levels that you can qualify at, and inside of each of those levels are great rewards, cash rewards, business building tools, personal perks. This is a great program and a great way for you to get off on a fast start with us and get rewarded for that fast start. So if you'd like to have more information, like to have a conversation about how the program works, or a conversation about what we can be doing to help you step up to that next level, certainly let me know. Love to have that conversation with you. Back office support. This is the heart of who we are here at IAMS. When Charles Hiring founded us and as Steve Murray came aboard and really helped develop our culture here, we're all about helping you, the independent advisor, work smarter, not harder. We are here to be your back office and really take a lot of that load off of your plate. So how are we going to do that? We're going to do that with great business building tools and resources. If you haven't been to IAMSinc.com, and seen some of the resources that we make available to you, I'd highly encourage you to go out there as soon as we're done with this webinar, create an account. Everything is easily accessible there. Great resources to help you there. Great business building tools. We just went through some of those with our referred producer program or with marketing reimbursement, new producer bonus. We're all about helping you grow your business. Case design assistance. And I'm going to grab that sub headline there, life and annuity quotes as well. Put both those together. That's kind of my baby, and what my marketing team really focuses on here is helping you design cases with proper product for your client. We work very intertwined here at IAMS. So if we're working with a household, or if you are working with a household, and we might have a possible annuity sale geared with some life insurance or some legacy planning and even some wealth management, we're all here in the same office. We can transfer calls all internally, or we can get all 3 of your point people together from all 3 departments or 2 of the 3 departments, whatever it may be, get on a single conference call with you, really walk through how to position that. So great, a lot of experience on our marketing staff here. And we really want to help you at every turn and nook and cranny with that case design. Make sure you are as confident as you can be walking into that sales meeting to really position your client where they need to be and provide them with great solutions. I want to back that up with the life and annuity quotes. When we talk about those quotes, I've heard all the horror stories from other IMOs that, you call in, you leave a voicemail requesting an illustration, and 3 days later you get an illustration in your inbox with the name spelled. That doesn't happen here. That's not how we do it. We put a 24-hour guarantee on our life and annuity quotes. So if you call in, you're going to have it by the next day. Absolutely. You will be able to contact exactly who ran that illustration for you should you need any tweaks or changes. If you can't get a hold of that individual, if they're at lunch or something, we do keep a common folder here so we can all see each other's illustrations that we've been working on to really make sure we're giving you the service that you need and deserve. And one thing I do want to point out on that is, you're never going to leave a voicemail here. You're always going to talk to a live person. You're going to have that live person pick up the phone within 3 rings to really be able to help you get the answers you need, get the case design you need, get the illustration you need, all right there. Next headline we're going to hit up is forms at your fingertips. There's 2 ways we can get you forms at your fingertips. Of course, you can dial 800-255-5055. All you have to do is ask for life, annuity, wealth management. We're going to get you whatever forms you need. We can get them mailed out. We can get them overnighted. We can get them emailed to you. Just takes a few minutes. Also, at IAMSInc.com, several of our carriers do allow for their forms to be downloaded directly there. So very easy for you to get the things you need to write the business that you're looking to write or service the agents that have entrusted you with that business in the past. Submission to commission support. What I'm talking about here is our new business team. Amber Williams and her entire team are the best in the industry. I have no doubt about that. We will help you from submission. We will scrub your applications for you. We will ensure that they are in as good of order as possible. We will then submit them on your behalf, and we will handle all of the tracking that goes along with that, giving you at minimum weekly updates on the status of your application and what we're doing to help you close that sale, get the policy in your client's hand, get that commission in your hand. If you've never given us a piece of business before, I'd tell you, give us one piece of business, life or annuity. Let Amber's team handle that for you. You will be shocked at how quickly it moves throughout the process and gets you commissioned. Top sales expertise and coaching is next. You're going to hear from one of our national sales coaches today, in Dave Pimper. You're going to see how much expertise he has, and we'll talk a little bit about how to get involved in our coaching programs. It's very, very easy. We have multiple throughout the country, and all they are here to do is help you grow your business. They are paid by IAMS to do that, so it's not going to cost you a haircut. I think it's always worthwhile, no matter what you do, to get some level of coaching in your program. It can certainly help you take the next step up. And then finally, I know I've been on this slide for a bit, but there's a lot of great information here. The last thing I want to hit on is the paperless contracting. We are on the Efficient Forms platform, as are many of our carriers. In fact, the majority of our carriers are on the Efficient Forms platform. And what this means for you is, if you want to be on the Efficient Forms platform with us, we're going to ask you to fill out licensing one time. That's it. We all know the pain of filling out licensing agreements. We're going to take that pain away. You fill out one licensing agreement, submit it back to us. We'll get you uploaded onto the Efficient Forms platform. And what that means for you is, let's say 6 weeks later, you want to add on a new carrier, somebody comes out with a great rate or something of that nature, boom, all you have to do is call us up, say, Scott, add on Athene for me. We click a button, boom, process already started. You don't have to do anything further. It will help you save so much time. Chris Mount, our licensing director, heads up the Efficient Forms platform for us. So if you have any questions on that, give Chris a call. She'd love to chat with you about how it works and how easy it is for you. Creative Marketing Solutions, IAMS. We have an in-house creative department here. We call them IAMS Creative. I know that's a little out of left field there. You would have never expected that. But Jacob and his team do such a great job with what they can help our advisors do. So if you're looking for turnkey solutions, just things that we've already created that we can import your logo onto, mailers, handouts, flyers, postcards, all available to you. And actually, again, on IAMSInc.com, you can see a lot of what we've got in the arsenal. Not all of it, but quite a bit is ready for you. I did mention upload your logo. If you're looking for solutions for your agency, looking to build a brand, we can do that for you. If you're looking to refresh your brand, we can do that for you. I'll tell you this, if you've never taken the time to have a customized logo and really have that be consistent throughout all of your marketing, it will pay dividends for you. I'd highly encourage you to give Jacob a call, start that process. We can get that on business cards, brochures, advertising, stationery, letterheads, whatever you need. We can get that logo there for you, and it will look incredibly professionally done, and it will be done for you very, very timely. Finally, digital marketing solutions. This is kind of the new pinnacle of prospecting and marketing, online marketing. We can help you with that. We've got website design for you, digital marketing strategies, as far as email newsletters, social media. We can get all of that going for you, and we can help you manage it. Very, very easy for us to do. It can be a little bit daunting if you try and go at it by yourself. So if anything that I just said is of interest to you, I'd tell you to give Jacob a call right here in our office. Have a chat with him. He'd love to walk you through what he and his team do for our advisors on a daily basis. I've mentioned it several times already in the presentation. This will be the last time I think I will mention it during the introduction slide. Our website, again, IMSInc.com. A lot of great things out there. I mentioned resources, sales tools, forms, all available to you. We do have a term quote engine. We've got an annuity quote engine. We've got competitive intelligence out there. We've got our online sales resource library, which if you haven't taken a look at, you probably need to. A lot of great stuff there. Product grids, current annuity news, all available to you out there. So if you haven't registered at IMSInc.com, super easy to do it. All we need is an email, and you create a login, and boom, you're ready to go. So please do take the time to head out there if you haven't. Retirement Analyzer. This is a great tool for any financial advisor whatsoever. It is very, very easy for you to use, and it is also very, very easy for your clients to understand. What I mean here is it's not just some Excel spreadsheet. It's a lot of different charts, graphs that can show your client exactly what we're trying to achieve. What you do here is you put in your client's current financial situation, show them exactly how long that's going to last in their retirement, making some very, very conservative assumptions, and then you show your client what it would look like if they implemented the solutions that you're offering to them, if they implemented the product that you're offering to them, or the strategy that you're offering to them in very, very simple, easy to read charts. They will see exactly how much longer their money will last because they chose to listen to your advice and hire you as an advisor. Great tool here. We do have a free trial available for it, and Marcus Solar in our office is our point man on that. So if you'd like the free trial, or if you'd like to just see a demo on how it works, give Marcus a call. He'd love to show you exactly how that works. Next up, we've got IMS Wealth Management. This is our newest company. Is what I'll say, newest department, company, whatever we want to call it. And we launched IMS Wealth Management a little over a year ago, and we are off to an amazing start with them. Charles R. Hiring is the head of our wealth management team there, and he and his entire team are doing such a great job. As I talk briefly about IMS Wealth Management, I'm going to launch our first poll of the day. If you would like, if you would be kind enough to click yes or no, certainly would appreciate it. What I'm asking you there is if you'd like to learn more about IMS Wealth Management. If you click yes, you're going to get an automated email with some information about who we are. You're also going to get a call from Mike Hansen, our onboarding and recruiting specialist over there, just to chat with you and see, so you can learn a little bit more about the culture, the feel, and everything that we are at IMS Wealth Management. So we opened IMS Wealth Management a little bit over a year ago, and we opened it with the same goals as we founded Insurance Agency Marketing Services 33 years ago, and that is to be advisor-centric, putting the advisor first and making sure we're there to service and support that advisor at every turn along the way. So what you would find with IAMS Wealth Management is we're going to have a very easy to understand platform, very competitive platform, good technology, and very, very competitive fees. Now, why that's attractive, our existing clientele that happen to be licensed is we not only are going to save the advisor fees, we also trickle that down to the client. So clients are going to have a great platform to work off, pay minimal fees. It just works really, really well for us. We also have some great training. So if you are not 65 licensed, if you're not currently an IAR, and you're thinking about adding wealth management into your current offerings, I'd tell you click yes. When Mike calls to follow up with you, he's going to tell you about our training partnerships that we have out there. We've had a great success with helping advisors study for and pass the Series 65 exam, and we'd certainly love to have you be a part of that. So that being said, I'm going to move on from the polling question. If you haven't taken the time to click yes or no, if you would please do so. Certainly would appreciate your participation there. Okay, thank you everyone who did participate in that. Run into just a touch of technical difficulty. There we go. Okay. Now, moving on to the Life and Annuity Academy. I hate to do this to you, but I'm going to launch 2 polls back to back. I don't know why I got these slides back to back, but I'm going to launch 2 polls back to back, and I'm just going to ask you if you'd like more information on the Life and Annuity Academy. If you click yes, you're going to get another one of those automated emails that just comes out with some basic information on it. We don't have dates for our next one. I know we're eyeballing September, but hopefully I'll be able to give you official dates here in the near future. So what we do in our Life and Annuity Academy is normally we're going to bring you in on a Wednesday. We're going to have an evening session Wednesday, full day session on Friday, full day session on Thursday, half day session on Friday, and then we're hopefully going to have you home in time for dinner. Now, these are all expenses paid, so we're going to pay for your flight, we're going to pay for your lodging, meals, everything you need while you're here will be taken care of, and we're going to give you some great information. You're going to meet all the department heads from Insurance Agency Marketing Services. So you'll meet me. I'll be there to chat with you about annuities and everything that's going on in the industry. You're going to meet Mark Raymakers, the head of our life team, who's got some great presentations on positioning life insurance. Amber Williams, the head of our new business team, will be there. She'll chat with you about everything she does to help our advisors process that business and get paid faster. Jacob from Creative will be there to go through everything that we can do on the creative side for you. Charles R. Hiring will be there to talk about the wealth management platform and everything that's involved there. Of course, you'll meet Steve Murray and Charles Hiring, our ownership and executive team. And they're going to spend a lot of time with you. They really want to get to know you. They want to understand your business, make sure that we're taking care of you here at IAMS and your experience here has been tailored. Then you're going to meet at least 4 of our national sales coaches, Dave Pimper included in that. And, you know, to be a sales coach with IAMS, not only do you have to talk the talk, but you have to walk the walk as well. And what I mean by that is all of these individuals are top producers. They're the upper 1% of commission earners in our industry, and they're going to show you exactly what it is they do in their day-to-day practice that makes them so successful and give you the ability to take that home with you and implement it in your own practice. Really, really powerful stuff. And I'd be remiss. I think Dave jumped on with us. Dave, can you hear me?
Scott, how are you doing? Yeah, I can.
I'm good, buddy. I'm good. Now, Dave's been a part of pretty much every academy we've ever done. So, Dave, before I close down the poll and get it over to you, anything that you want to add about the Life and Annuity Academies?
Yeah, and of course, I'm biased because I coach with IAMS. I'm a producer just like almost everybody on this phone is. But one of the things that IAMS probably sets it apart a little bit, I think, is 2 things. One, it's not an inclusive group. The guys that have been writing business for 10 years, they want to mingle, they want to share, they want to network with the new people that are coming on in, and they're very open. As long as you're both not from Lincoln, Nebraska, or both from Sacramento, California, yeah, they're going to share what's working for them and why it's working and how they've done. Second thing is it's really much more of a marketing kind of prospecting lead generation academy than just strictly kind of a sales product, very much of a product oriented. And I like that a lot too. Not that there isn't some product, because there certainly is, but like Scott, you normally get up there and you'll talk about, Scott really has a great background on income riders and the cost of the income riders who because we're truly independent, IAMS is, whether it be whoever the ABC company, XYZ company, they're going to go in and give you kind of an unbiased, because IAMS is privately owned. They're owned by Charles Hiring and Steve Murray, 100%. They're not owned by an insurance company. They're not owned by something pushing their product, and you really get a great independent view of kind of the fixed index in the life insurance business. So yeah, it's a big investment on IAMS's part to bring everybody in. There's no cost, there's no expense, but it's pretty impressive because what we want people to do is to go back and to up their production. I mean, that's what it's all about, is to up their production, to better in the field than what they're doing right now. And I think most of the people who buy into what they're learning there, they see that come to fruition. So if you have a chance to go and you're accepted, qualify, it'd be a neat thing to participate in.
Hey, thank you for the comments, Dave. We are going to move forward here and close down this poll. So thank you for everyone that participated. Last slide that you're going to see for me before we hand it over to Dave is the 2019 IAMS Marketing Summit. We will be down at the Ritz-Carlton in Naples, Florida, August 25th to the 29th, 2019. 3 million of trip credits gets you qualified. Little plug here that we've sent out to the field. Any North American life or annuity business that is written in the month of July or August will count double credits towards qualification there. So if you'd like any questions, or if you have any questions or like to know more about it, please let me know. And with that said, Dave, I'm going to give you control of this, okay?
Yeah, I can see the screen. I want to see if I can get control of this. For some reason I'm not showing my screen now. I had it before. Show screen. Scott, you still there?
Yep, I'm still here. I'm showing your screen there.
Okay, so for some reason,
okay,
I am.
Well,
I don't know why I'm not showing my screen. My screen just went off, but I can't.
Okay.
I don't know what to do for sure.
Let me take it back, and I will do it a little
now
different.
I'm back.
Yep, I must have hit a wrong button. That's my fault, Dave.
That's all right. That's all right. Well, you're a lot more higher tech than I am, so. Okay, I've got that now. I'm just seeing if I can go in and if I can shift slides here. So if not, you're going to have to. Did I do that or did you do that?
You did that, boss.
Okay, so here we go. Let me get back. Perfect. I'm in. Okay. Thank you, Scott. I appreciate it. Scott's been there. How many years have you been with IAMS, Scott?
I have been 8 years now.
8 years, yeah, 8 years time period. So what you're going to find out about IAMS, this is my last little plug on IAMS, is that they were started by Charles Hiring. Steve Murray came on board. He's also the co-owner about 23, 24 years ago. So they've got 50 years, way past 50 years plus between those two co-owners, and they've got other employees that have been there. Matt's been there for, again, the same time Steve has, basically 23, 24 years. They've got many people of the 10 years, and so normally when you have that kind of consistency within a firm, they're doing something right, and it's been kind of a pleasure working with IAMS. So I'm an outside coach. I'm an outside producer. I happen to run my production through IAMS, and I get courted quite often, but I enjoy. I've coached for more than 25 years I started in business in 1981, and there's been 25 years plus that I've been in some kind of sales training or coaching position. I do a lot of, no doubt I do a lot of seminar business, a lot of marketing, but seminars is the mainstay for me, bringing in new new prospects. And the two big seminar systems that we actually have 4 or 5 seminar systems, but the two that have had a lot of success in the later years has been Social Security claiming, and then also with 401k IRA rollovers. And we're going to talk about Social Security today. What's very, very interesting, and I'll go to the next slide here. What's very interesting is that the baby boomers, so the folks that are born from 1946 to 1964, that is the baby boomer generation. I was born in 1955. I'm 63 years old right now. And I'm right in the very middle, the heart of that. And what's interesting is 94% of the people take a Social Security benefit. Not 94% of the people do stock business or bond business or fixed indexed business or life insurance business. But 94% of the people in the U.S. have a Social Security benefit. That means that they've worked for 40 quarterly credits. And so if it's about 5,200 or 5,300 in a year's time, if you make that much money, then you get 4 credits. So you basically need 10 years of work like that, and you will be given a benefit from the Social Security Administration. So almost everybody has a benefit. That's why when people come to a Social Security maximization seminar, they really do want to know, when is the best time for me to take? And I will say this, is that of any seminars that are out in the general public right now, I would say that Social Security probably has the chance of getting you the most people there. Now, there is a transition from Social Security into a product. But, you know, when you go down to the Social Security Administration office, they're not asking questions like, how long do you think that you'll live? What is your current physical health? What are your needs right now? What are your income? What are your assets? They don't ask those kind of things. They can't. They actually can't give advice. We could give advice. We can ask those kind of questions because that's the business we're in as a financial advisor. Okay. Now, as we go into the next slide here, I think that we're going to anyway. If you have any questions whatsoever, certainly just type them on in, and then Scott will bring those up and I will answer that. So you've got to ask yourself a question. Why Social Security workshops? And I'm going to tell you, first of all, the age group is pretty tremendous. Pre-retired and retired. You're getting them just before they retire or just after or going to retire. So people are coming to workshops like this. They want to know, when should I apply? What age? How about coordinating benefits? How about divorce benefits? New Social Security laws? Yeah, the Bipartisan Budget Act of 2015 is a new law. And they're asking, you know, will that be there for them? Will it be there for them? You never saw, 10, 15 years ago, you never saw articles like this. This comes from Kiplinger that I get, Popular Social Security's Strategies Next. Well, you know, they actually weren't next at that 2015 Bipartisan Budget Act. They were phased out. A quick phase out over 6 months was file and suspend. A long 8-year phase out, not until January of 2024, will be restricted application. Now, people just don't understand Social Security. Only 1 in 10 basically really understand Social Security, actually less than that. Those are much more educational in nature. They're less sales oriented, kind of in your face. There's no dinner. It's a non-dinner workshop. Makes no difference to me as long as I get people in, but there's no meals. High conversion rate, but transitioning from Social Security to planning, to income planning, or Social Security to actually getting that asset, yeah, that is kind of a two-edged sword. Now, there are some people that say, Dave, I feel like it's a bait and switch. It's not at all. For you to really know when to take Social Security at the right time, you got to know a lot of information. One of the things you need to know is, what other kind of income-producing assets do they have? So I call it the 5 pillars of income. What supports, what conduits Social Security income? Well, your wages, they certainly do, don't they? Pensions, yeah, they certainly do. That's an income stream. How about investable assets? You may not be pulling income from now, but if they're retirement assets, your RMDs, that's another pillar. RMDs are going to have to come into play at 70.5. So what kind of income do you have coming on in? And then how does Social Security, which is the most flexible of those 5 pillars of income. Yeah. When's the best time to take? It may be the best time to take from your current investments that are income producing, that can be, and let your Social Security grow. Yeah, that might be, may not be, but that's what people are coming to find out when they come to a Social Security workshop. So the big question is it going to be there? Yeah, it will. It absolutely is going to be there. Now, I will say this, is that when you look at Social Security now, there's about $3 trillion, just shy of $3 trillion in the trust fund. And that trust fund has been borrowed from. So there's IOUs from the government. No different. I say this in the workshop. Take out a dollar bill or a 5, 10, 20, 50, 100. Or if you're lucky, a $2 bill. What backs that? What backs that cash in your pocket? The full faith and credit of the United States government. The same exact thing that backs the IOUs. And by far the majority of those government bonds have been borrowed against by the U.S. government. They're figuring if there's $3 trillion there, it's the largest social program in the world. Instead of them issuing bonds, they can borrow from their own money. And that's what they do. Does that concern me? Not a bit. What does concern me a teeny is that in 1933, 34, or 2033, 2034, or 2035, 16, 17 years off, that trust fund will be going down. It'll be drawing from it. You know what? It hasn't been since 1983 in Reagan's era that the trust fund has been deleted. It ran a deficit instead of a surplus. Looks like in 2019, might even be 18, but 19, there'll be a surplus will start, and then it goes down in a hurry, and that $3 trillion will be gone. The interesting thing, when you hear politicians talk about that Social Security is bankrupt, that makes it sound like we're not going to get any income from Social Security once that trust fund runs down to zero. But remember, it's a pay-as-you-go system. That's what payroll taxes are about. FICA, Federal Insurance Contribution Act payments. Yeah. So if the trust fund in 2034 deletes down to zero, we still have about 2.5 people working for every retired. You'll get about between 75 and 79% of your money will continue to come in. So if you're getting $1,000 now, if the trust fund was deleted and down to zero, you'd still get $750 to $790. So it would be good, but it isn't down to zero. And there will be changes, believe me, ways to get Social Security solvent again where it's running a deficit. That's a great, always a quiz question. Last year, did Social Security run a deficit or a surplus? Almost everybody says a deficit, but it didn't. It ran a surplus. So the scary stories, sometimes that advisors talk about or the news talks about, it's to rile up people. Or an advisor is to get them to invest in other things. What happens is Social Security is sound. It's really the soundest social program in the world, if not the largest also. But do know that it will start running a deficit here within the next year and a half's time. Now, there's different acronyms, FRA, standing for Full Retirement Age. So if you were born between 1943 and 1954, January the 2nd through the end of December 31st, if you're born in that time period from 43 to 54, your full retirement age is 66. I was born in April the 9th of 1955. Well, everyone born in 55, except for January 1, which goes in Social Security terms, goes back to the year before, 66 years and 2 months. So then if you're born in 1960 or later, it's 67. That's full retirement age. So there's gains of in the monies from 62 to full retirement age, and then from full retirement age, it gains more till the age of 70. Everybody has a chance to pull at the age of 62, and if you don't pull by the age of 70, 8 years later, then you just lose that benefit until you start pulling. So there's zero reason ever not to pull your Social Security at the age of 70. Now, if you have any questions, certainly type them on in. Now, if you take earlier than full retirement age, you have something called an actuarial reduction. It's reduced. If you wait longer than full retired age, you have something called a delayed retirement credit. But the actuarial reduction, if you take it 62 and your full retirement age is 66, that primary insurance amount, or your PIA, the amount that you get at full retirement age, it increases 25%. So if you have a $1,000 benefit at 66, full retirement age, you take it 62, your benefit's only going to be $750. If you wait to 63, that full retirement age, yeah, instead of, you're going to go on in and get $800. See, so the longer that you wait, then you get up to full retirement age. Now, once you're at full retirement age, now you have something called a delayed retirement credit. So every year you wait, if your full retirement age is 66, on this hypothetical, you wait 1 year, it's going to grow a guaranteed 8%. Now so you have a reduction from full retirement age if you take early. You have an addition or a credit if you wait longer. So 66 to 67, it's simple, but it's 8% in a year, 32% in 4 years. Plus, always there's cost of living on every single Social Security benefit if it's available that year. It can't go down, so if there's deflation, your income won't go down. It's only if there's COLA, or cost of living allowance inflation, then it will go up. So you can tell, 32% in 4 years, yeah. If you put on 2-3% of inflation per year, all of a sudden it goes up 40% or even 45%. It's a big deal. It's a big, big deal to have that inflation factor on there. Now, when I'm going through this, do I expect everybody, and I got a ton of people today that are on the webinar, when you're coaching with myself, with Dave Pimper, with Lazarus Coaching, what happens is we're doing it to market a seminar on Social Security claiming. So if you just have knowledge on Social Security, it's going to make you a better advisor, but it doesn't automatically bring you in more business. You need to see new people, new prospects, and to helping them with Social Security, which in turn, maybe you can go in and help them with some part of their financial planning. Maybe their income plan. Maybe they guarantee part of their proponent when it comes to the anchor of their portfolio. If you're RIA licensed or IAR licensed to 65 or 66, or securities, yeah, like I am, yeah, then we do quite a bit of volatility control and assets under management. And by the way, and I know that Scott brought it up, but IAMS also is a wealth manager. IAMS Wealth Management, and Charles R. Hiring heads that up. So let's talk about spousal benefits. I'm not expecting you to learn every single thing on today's 40-minute or 45-minute that I'm going to talk webinar, but I will say this: when we're coaching together, and I'm asking questions, and we're role playing, and you're going through all the language, all the slides have language, and good language that you can understand, is simple to understand, but you're going to know a lot more about Social Security claiming than you ever did before the coaching. And then when you get up there, no one thinks they're ready for that first workshop unless you've given workshops in the past. But it's amazing, and our goal is to get 10 appointments. We hope we can get 10 appointments out of the workshop. But if John's PIA, what's that stand for? Primary Insurance Amount acronym, 2,000. Jane's PIA, Primary Insurance Amount, 800. Say they're both full retirement age and they both retire. John takes his 2,000, the bigger benefit, that's his. Jane has the option. She can take all of hers or half of John's, whichever is higher. That's done automatically by the Social Security Administration. You don't have to request to get the higher. It's done automatically. In this case, James is either going to take 800 or half of John's 1,000. What's higher? Half of John's 1,000. Pretty cool. Pretty darn neat. So what happens is that know that, and there's other things to spousal benefits, but from a simplicity stake, this is how it works. And if you have any questions, type them on in. Divorce spouse benefits, I call it the triple play. If your marriage lasted 10 years or more, okay, you're currently unmarried and your ex-spouse was at least 62. It doesn't make any difference if the ex-spouse is married or not. You can't be currently married. If you were divorced for 5 years, got married in year 6 until years 8, and now you're claiming in year 10, there's no problem because you're currently not married. Those are the three things. Married lasted 10 years. Your ex is at least 62. And what happens is that you're currently unmarried, okay? If that's the case, you can claim your spouse or your spouse could claim you just as if you're still married. There are more benefits for married people than there are for single people. There's more flexibility, more options. So lots of people don't take the divorced spouse benefit, and they should, because it may help them. Survivor, what happens when somebody dies? Well, it's pretty easy. Here, we just have, say, Joe and Julie. Say they're married, just for simplicity's sake, hypothetical sake, say that they're both full retirement age. Joe's benefit is $2,000. Julie's benefit is $1,200. Joe dies. Julie has the option to take Joe's full benefit, or she can take her full benefit. She can't take both. She can take one or the other. The interesting thing versus a spousal benefit is you have to ask for this benefit. You've got to notify the Social Security Administration. Well, if you don't notify them, you lose the benefit. When Social Security is now going to be running a deficit in the very near future, what's the enticement for Social Security to tell you about the bigger benefit? Not much. You've got to ask for it yourself. And we've helped a lot of people in this that have not asked for the benefit or didn't know they had to ask for the benefit. And there's other things with survivor benefits. There also are divorce survivor benefits. And that's really, really, it's not cool that a person passes, but it's really cool of what can happen to the person, the divorced widow, okay, or the widow of that benefit, okay? Or it could be a divorce benefit if you have that triple play going for yourself. So a lot of kind of movement. Now, coordinating spousal benefits. The Bipartisan Budget Act of 2015, file and suspend is phased out. It's no longer available. But restricted application does a very similar kind of spousal benefit, letting one of the benefits grow. And really about 80% of all the people have more of a benefit from restricted application than file and suspend. So let's go on in and let's talk about file and suspend is gone, but restricted is here. Now this gets complicated, and I don't want to get too complicated here, and we go much slower when we're coaching. But here's what happens is, let's say it's Mike and Mary. Let's say they're both full retirement age for the sake of this. Mike's PIA primary insurance amount is $2,000, and Mary's PIA primary insurance amount is $800. Now, here's what happens. Mike wants to continue to work, and at 66, it's taxed. 85% or 50% will be taxed, but there's an earnings test. After 66, there is no earnings test. Mike can make as much as he wants to make, and nothing is given back. Half or all isn't given back to Social Security Administration. But Mary wants some income coming into the family now. Mary takes her benefit. She takes $800. Mike wants to let his grow, so he can let his grow 8% plus cost of living, couldn't he? You darn right. 8% in cost of living. Cost of living this year is 2%. That's 10%. If he waits 1 year, his $2,000 benefit grows to what? A simple, not compounded, but a simple return. Extra $200 goes from $2,000 to $2,200. Next year, $2,400. Next year, $2,600. Yeah, as long as the cost of living is 2% each year, could go up or could go down because that's figured yearly. But what happens on this is, instead of just doing that, how about this? Mike starts his, but then restricts his almost simultaneously. What that allows him to do is that allows him to now delay his benefit. It grows 8% in cost of living, but now he can take a spousal benefit from his wife, Mary. Spousal benefits are always half of the benefit. Half of 800 is 400. Mary starts hers, she gets 800. Mike restricts his application. He gets 400, the spousal benefit from Mary's Social Security benefit. That's 400. They got $1,200 coming into their family now, and the 2,000 is growing at a guaranteed 8% plus cost of living per year, which this year is 10%. Well, Well, that extra $400 of the spousal benefit in this kind of hypothetical situation, it's free money. Free money. So you take $400 times 12, that's $4,800 a year times 4, $19,200. That's almost 19, 20 grand of free money. It's a big deal. So what I'm saying here is why let that free money go to waste? And the Social Security Administration normally is not going to tell you about this scenario because they can't give you advice, just the highest benefit right now. That's why a person like ourselves can add so much value. I just got from another broker a $680,000 account. Came to Social Security Workshop 5 years ago. I never did business with him. He did business about a year ago, not quite a year ago, with another advisor here in town. But they were giving him not good information about Social Security. They called me. They still had my packet, and we transferred all the money. How's that? Pretty fortunate. It doesn't always happen, but when that does happen, you can certainly see the benefit that you're giving people when it comes to Social Security advice. Remember I said Social Security cannot offer advice. They can't scenario plan like restricted application. They can give you your highest benefit now, tell you what you're entitled to now, but we can go in and offer advice. This comes right from their manual called the PALMS manual, Taking the Claim. Look at D there for the Social Security worker. Provide enough information so that claimants can make informed choices, but do not give advice. Wow. How does that set us up on a T? Perfectly. Remember those 5 pillars of income: work, pensions, RMDs, income producing assets, Social Security? Yeah. Social Security is by far the most flexible here. But as we go in and I teach you how to do this, we uncover those assets. What, where it talks about income producing assets, what do you have in your 401k, in your 403b, your 457, your SEPs, your SIPL, your IRA, your Roth IRA? What do you have in those? What do you have in brokerage accounts for investments? What do you have at the bank? What do you have in CDs? What do you have in life insurance, cash values? What do you have in annuities? What do you have? 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 Because we're getting a feeling, do they have enough assets there that can be income producing, that we can delay the Social Security, and it's going to grow a guaranteed 8% plus cost of living from full retirement age up to 70. Yeah, it's a big deal. It's a big, big deal. And so when you're uncovering those, maybe they've had unhappy success with the rate of return from the bank. Maybe they've had too much volatility in the stock market. Maybe their guarantee that they have is earning 1.5%, not earning maybe of what we have available. And then the sales process takes over. Always has to be in the best interest of the client, and we know that. But we have a plethora of financial services, whether you're just insurance license or insurance and securities license, things that the bank does not offer, or maybe that 401k does offer. Most 401ks, 403bs, 457s, those employer-sponsored plans, whether they be for profit, nonprofit, or government, they normally don't have a good guaranteed account. They may have a stable income mutual fund, stable value mutual fund, but that still has not a guaranteed principal. It can go up and down, some can. Social Security is powerful, powerful. And when you have the knowledge and the insight of how to use Social Security maximization, and you can go through a seminar system and talk to, between 2 nights, 35, 40, 45 people, yeah, we can get 10 plus appointments, which really puts the odds in our favor of doing some kind of business with them, whether it be life insurance or whether it be med subs or whether it be fixed index or fixed. You bet. It's a very powerful, powerful knowledge enhancer when it comes to production. We third party with horse's mouth. So they have the calculator for the Social Security, which is the free report that we give, which is the call to action for them to sign up for the appointment. They have about 300 pages of reading material, plus I have a couple other kind of short 2.5, 3 hour reads on 3 different books, but we really get you engulfed in Social Security. So hopefully you're going to have higher production once you do the seminars, but secondly, from kind of an after effect, you learn about a very important part of financial planning, i.e. Social Security maximization. Okay? Now, it says present over 400 public seminars. Well, I've given 477 public seminars. Got more coming up in August, September, and October. September, October, November, maybe early December. Yeah, we'll be over 500 by going into 2019. 500 public seminars. Does that make me an expert? I think an expert that knows everything about the entire business. I don't know everything, but I know a lot. I have expertise in seminar marketing. I certainly have changed some in the last 15, 20, 25 years. I started doing public seminars in the mid-'80s with financial services. But I take a tough subject like this, and I know it's a tough subject, but I make it easier to understand. We have lots of attachments and reading materials, 4 or 5 for the 5 sessions that we go through that take about 45 minutes. But remember, there's no meals served here. So what's the big cost of Social Security seminars? Well, the big cost Scott, if you could, this may be a good time to bring up kind of the slides if people would like to have more information. So he's going to put up a survey here, kind of a poll. If you'd like for Lynn Feldhauser, one of my 2 administrators, to give you a call, and you'd like to go in and get more information on Social Security claiming seminars, certainly mark yes, and I'll have Lynn call. We'll get a good time. And if you mark yes, take the phone call. Do not call us back, or take it. So, because you're busy, we're busy. You know, we got lots of people from this, I know, that are going to sign up. But I will say this, is that finding a system for Social Security, there's a lot of FMOs that have Social Security seminars, and they're good ones. I think most of them give way too much information and truly confuse the people that they don't even sign up, so they're so confused. We keep ours simple, but you know what? There's good ones. What they don't normally have is a coach, a Dave Pemper. I'm pounding my chest a little bit, but to walk you through. So from a cost standpoint, coaching is cheap. I get paid strictly from coaching. I'm not in your override system, your hierarchy. No, I get paid $750 for 5 sessions of coaching, $150 per session. The cool thing is, if you qualify, meaning that you've got some type of production going, and you write business through IAMS, the FMO, or some of it at least, yeah. Then all of a sudden, IAMS picks up $555 of that coaching cost. Well, that leaves you with $195. To get coached up on Social Security, you can use me anytime that you want to for questions. I got a person on Thursday that I blocked time off that they want to talk to their person at the actual appointment itself. Pretty inexpensive for what you get. But the seminar, to get people there, yeah, that hard, 8.5 by 11 folded, cardstock, full color both sides, that invitation, yeah, it's not cheap. Yeah, it's going to go in 55 cents each, which is pretty competitive from a cost standpoint. That includes the postage. So you got about $3,300 wrapped up in getting people there. But you know what? In our business, if you don't invest in marketing, then what do you have to rely on? People just calling you out of the blue? Can't cold call now unless it's businesses. Referrals are more hit and miss. If people really ask for them, it's a pretty good business, but most advisors don't. This is a great way to influx that 8 to 12 appointments per month that you normally wouldn't get of new people, of new existing people, a new referral source. So if you'd like to go in and you'd like to get more information on Social Security seminar marketing, mark yes. And then I've got about 4 slides here to finish on up. So, Scott, is there anything you want to say as we're just kind of the last legs of this poll?
We'll leave that poll up for just a second. And I've had the pleasure of working with Dave for 8 years now. And, I was in the field before I came to work for IAMS and did some public speaking, nothing on the level of what Dave has done. But I tell you that you want to click yes if you are interested in doing public seminars at all. I know we're focused on Social Security here, and it's a great way to meet new prospects, and Dave is a testament to that. But if you truly want to chat with someone that can give you the ins and outs of seminar selling or seminar marketing, Dave Pimpers, click yes, have the 45-minute conversation. Won't cost you anything. I can guarantee you'll walk away and go, I never thought about that inside a seminar, and it's worth your time. So I'd highly go ahead, boss.
I was just saying, you're nice to say that, Scott. There's a difference of giving a seminar from material that's given to you than having someone walk you, slide by slide, material by material, the inside of the subject. Any questions, I will answer for you. What happens is most FMOs don't have someone available like that, and I'm pretty darn good at getting back or patching me through. But we'd love for you to mark yes for us to give you a call and a 15, 20-minute phone call and kind of see what you're doing if we can help you.
Fair enough. You want me to close it down, Dave? You good?
Yep. Close it on down, and then we'll finish with the slides here. And then
all right.
I appreciate everybody's time.
Poll is closed, boss. All yours again.
Okay, good. So I'll go on to the next. So a lot of people ask me, so what do you make from those? And again, this is a roundabout figure, and there's no doubt that it takes a few to kind of get up and running to be proficient at doing workshops. But you know what? If you mail out 6,000 pieces, and on those 6,000 pieces, you're normally going to get, give or take, but 35 to 45 people will come there. That's about 25, 26 buying units. And I like to close half of those buying units as far as appointments. And of the appointments, you got about 25 or 30% of the people. That means you're going to get about 10 or 12 appointments. But about 25 or 30% are there strictly just for Social Security. You might have 7 or 8 that are there for, they really want to know, not just Social Security, but you uncover some other monies. And then of that, depending on your proficiency, you're going to close, from 1 to 3 different, people or couples with some kind of business. And so if I can bring in 250 or 300,000 off of a seminar, you know what? I've done a pretty good job. I don't care if it comes in securities or fixed index annuities or fixed, or maybe with yourself as life insurance premiums or med subs, whatever it happens to be. But 1 to 3 people. Now, have I closed more than 3? You bet. Have I ever been skunked? Not often. It's happened, but not often at all. Because once you get in 10 to 12 appointments, if you do a good job of selling, sales process, advising, then you know what? You're going to most likely write business. It's a good success track. Guaranteed? No, of course we can't give a guarantee. But a lot of people using the success track, yes, there is. And here's kind of my last thing. This says, procrastination is my sin. It brings me constant sorrow. I really shouldn't practice it. Perhaps I'll stop tomorrow. Nothing good happens from procrastination. Nothing. The people that are successful are the people that take action. The people that are successful in our business are people that are out there fishing with different marketing lines, getting in front of more people. This is a track. The track is proven. I've given nearly 500 public seminars, and there isn't I don't care how many seminars you've given, there isn't a person that I can't help with some insight when we're going through those 5 sessions of coaching. So my name is Dave Pimper with Lazarus Coaching. We'd love to go on in and work with you, give you insight. Hopefully I'll be able to talk to you a lot. And Scott, I'll kind of let you finish it off here.
Thank you, Dave. Appreciate that. I'm going to take control back here. Looks like I've got it. Let me just go through the slides here, see if we do have any questions. Dave, let's make it as crystal clear as we can. Somebody wants to get a hold of this slide deck, or the consumer version of this slide deck. How would they go about that?
Yeah, the slides themselves are copyrighted by Horse's Mouth, so we can't give out those specific slides. There is, as people, if you want to go on in and work through the seminar system, absolutely. Then Horse's Mouth is about $512. That's one of the upfront costs. That's good for a year's time. So that's how to actually get it. But certainly call me. We can go in and there is you can get the audio on this through podcast, right, Scott, through IAMS?
Yep, we are recording this, so we will have the recorded version of it up later today on our YouTube channel that can be accessed through imsinc.com.
You bet. Good. Well, I really appreciate everybody that was on the seminar today, or the webinar that we have about seminar marketing. And hopefully I'll talk to a lot of the folks and we can kind of get down to the nitty gritty. But seminars are not for everybody, but if it's kind of like Cinderella's shoe. If the shoe fits, it's a very, very nice fit. I hope we have some that fit here in the near future for you guys and gals.
Hey, Dave, that brings us to the end of our questions. So as always, I want to thank you for your time. I know you giving us an hour is an awful lot to ask. I know it's real busy out there in Fremont right now. Any parting words before we sign off?
No, just thank you for your time. Time is money in our business. So have a real productive week, and hope you have a smile on your face come Friday afternoon.
Absolutely. Dave, thank you. To everybody that took an hour out of your day to join us, we know an hour with us is an hour where you're not actively selling and prospecting, so we do appreciate it greatly, and we look forward to speaking with each and every one of you very, very soon. Go out, have a great sales week, everyone.
Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.